How's it going, YouTube? Mike here with Premier Reptiles.
And I'm Chelsea, and we're here to show you some things you should have on hand for if you are a reptile owner. And to start off, I have a thermometer and a hygrometer. Having an extra one of these is pretty important because if yours breaks, then you can't tell the temperature of what your animal's environment is, and that's one of the most important things to keep track of because all animals are different, and sometimes if it gets too hot or too cold, your animal can potentially get sick or die, and that's not good. And another thing to have on hand is if your heat source breaks, no matter if it's a light or a heating pad or anything like that, I find these ceramic heaters to be very good for your animals, because not only can you use them on the nocturnal animals, but you can also use them on animals that need sunlight because they're just the heat.
And those ones don't tend to break the way light bulbs break. Those ceramic ones are very durable.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
And then the next thing we're going to show you that you should have on hand is these three things. The first is iodine. Betadine is the common brand. That's just something to clean your lizard with. You give them baths. We actually showed a video about keeping iguanas healthy, and in that video we showed you how to give your lizard a bath with betadine. And if they get any cuts or scratches or something on them, you should immediately give them a quick bath with this diluted with water. And then the next couple things here are also for their health, mostly for their shedding health. This is a humidifying spray. This is Zilla's brand Tropical Mist. I'll use this on the lizards once every couple days, and especially when I notice they're going to shed soon, I'll spray this on them, I'll rub it in, and it'll make that stuff come off a lot easier. Another thing is bacitracin. Just regular bacitracin zinc, not neosporin, not any of the things that have added chemicals in them, just basic bacitracin. That's something you can use for parts of them that are difficult to shed, like an iguana's spikes. And you can also use it if you notice a cut or anything on your lizard after you've given them a bath with the betadine. You take them out and just use a little bit of this bacitracin to cover it up. And that'll help keep it clean and prevent any infection, and it also is a good moisturizing agent to help break off some dead skin.
Alright, so another thing, speaking of humidity and animal shedding, is a spray bottle. Now this is just a simple spray bottle that costs about like $1 at Walmart. This is good to have around so you can spray their tanks down and to raise their humidity, especially around the time of them shedding, because that helps their skin come off.
And make sure you fill it with distilled water.
Yes.
You don't want to grab anything out of your tap, especially if you live in the city. City water has chlorine and other things in it that are not good for these type of animals.
And distilled water is very cheap. A gallon of it's like 89 cents around.
Okay, and next I have some commercial reptile foods. I have stuff for my iguana. I have bearded dragon food. And I have crested gecko food. You should find whatever's appropriate for the reptile you have, but these are always good, even if you don't incorporate this into their main diet. These are good to have on hand in case you have an emergency situation where the pet store's out of the bugs you need, or you can't find the plants you need at the grocery store. Whatever situation you come into, you can't find the normal food. Having just a big thing of this around is really good in a pinch. And also, if you are going on vacation somewheres, they make little like drop-down feeders that you could fill with this commercial food, and it'll just slowly keep the dish full, so that way they can eat for like the next week. And if you have your light set up on a timer, pretty low maintenance if you go on vacation. Just have some commercial food around.
Next thing would be a container for giving your reptile a bath. Now this is just a big Tupperware container that you would be able to wash them in, like Michael talked about the betadine, or the iodine for the water and the betadine. And actually one of our videos I washed our iguana in a Tupperware just almost like this, a little taller though. And a nice thing about getting a piece of Tupperware like this is you can easily take the lid and drill some holes in it, like this, and it turns into a transporting container for your lizards. And if you need to bring them to the vet or you need to bring them to the store, anything like that. And along with that, you should try to get one of these. Pretty inexpensive. It's just a heating pad, and you can throw it in the microwave and it'll warm up, and you can stick it in a tank or the Tupperware with them, and so wherever you go, it'll keep your lizard nice and warm. So you don't have to worry about keeping them warm wherever you go.
The best way to set that up is to throw that heating pad once it's warm in the bottom and then cover it with a towel, so that way they don't break it open and get any of that stuff out, and they can still stay warm.
Or if it's too hot for them, like you don't want to put an iguana in there and then have them go on the really hot heating pad and then burn their stomach. So the towel gives a little in between.
Yeah, like a little insulative barrier.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's about all the things that are very important for you to have around the house if you're caring for reptiles. Obviously there's plenty of other things that are nice to have that make it easier, but those are the most important ones. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.